Welcome, everybody. Dear Archbishop Gabriel Cacha, our Papal Nuncio to the United Nations, the Right Reverend Edward Parisotto, the Abbot General of the Canons Regular, my cherished brother bishops, loyal auxiliaries, dear priests, deacons, seminarians, religious women and men, candidates and catechumens, those from our schools and religious education programs soon to experience the sacrament of confirmation. All of you, God's good people, welcome. Welcome to this Chrism Mass. You know what's going to happen in a few minutes. In a few minutes, we'll bless the oil of catechumens, the oil of the sick, and we'll consecrate the sacred chrism. What I propose is that we look upon these oils as well medicine, antibiotics, healing ointments for what ails our aching souls. We recall, do we not, how frequently the words remedy, medicine, healing appear in our Lenten orations these past 5 weeks. And then we entrust this first aid, these newly blessed and consecrated holy oils. We entrust them to our doctors of the soul, our priests, especially for use in the field hospitals of the Church, our parishes. Medicines prescribed in the most holy name of Jesus Christ, our divine physician. Yes, to borrow the catchy term of Pope Francis, the Church is a field hospital, and the primary address of these supernatural MASH units would be our parishes. Our parishes are a lot more than nursing homes or filling stations that our people might occasionally drop by. They are the front lines in the care and battle for the souls of God's people. And our parish priests are physicians, tenderly and bravely on duty as the medical care units for the wounded souls of God's people. They hardly wait for the sick to come. They go out in search of those who do not. Jesus first called fishermen, only then inviting them to be shepherds. Our parish priests not only care for the sheep they cherish, they are fishermen who go out for a bigger catch. So, this afternoon of the Mass of Chrism, I salute, I thank, and I hold up the noble vocation of a parish priest. This I do without any worry of offending our splendid priests of beautiful religious orders, many of whom, by the way, generously serve in our parishes, thanks be to God, most of whom come from congregations founded by diocesan parish priests, established to assist and support their brethren in the field hospitals called parishes. It was St. Francis of Assisi, after all, who would literally kiss the feet of the parish priest. Nor do I fear offending those devoted priests who serve as chaplains in prison, in hospitals, nursing facilities, or in our schools, and abundant other essential apostolates. They'd only back me up in extolling the awesome significance of the parish priest on duty at our field hospitals, the parishes. As one hospital chaplain told me recently, they kind of expect to see me. It means the world when the parish priest visits them. You know, as a boy in 4th grade, I told Sister Bosco I might want to be a priest. She smiled and replied, "I'm happy for that. I think you'd be a good one. What kind of priest do you want to be?" I was perplexed. I was unaware there were varieties. She then listed for me the magnificent congregations of priests devoted to education, to the foreign missions, to the poor, to the sick, to the monasteries, on and on. And she waited. And I thought for a while, and I said, "Well, sister, I guess I just want to be a priest like Father Callahan." Father Callahan was our pastor at Holy Infant Parish in Baldwin, Missouri. And never, ever have I lost that fascination with the parish priest. Never have I wavered in my conviction that our parish priests are the medics in our field hospitals. The high honor I had of preparing young men as pastors in 2 seminaries, and the admiration that I have for the parish priest I've served alongside of in St. Louis and Milwaukee and here in the Archdiocese of New York, has only intensified my love for these men on the front lines. And just among us, this is the ministry to which I long to return in some limited way in the near future when my successor is appointed. These are the priests. These are the priests, my good people, called to be experts on broken hearts and broken boilers, attentive to kids in kindergarten and grandmas in hospice, skilled, yes, in working with engaged couples preparing for matrimony or the spouse wounded deeply by a marriage on the rocks, comfortable with the homeless man at the door or the multimillionaire crying at the death of his wife. These are the cops on the beat, these presbyters who await the telephone call asking if they could also pastor the neighboring parish as well, adding mergers and acquisitions to their already jammed curriculum vitae. These, the general practitioners in the emergency room of the field hospitals called parishes. These, the pastors who will empty the bottles of the holy oils we're about to bless and consecrate, the medicine, the antibiotics, the healing balm for bruised, cancerous, or moribund souls. There's a special charism for the priest solemnly bound to a diocese and to its bishop, unworthy as he may be, a bond to a particular diocese and its bishop so sturdy that he's considered incardinated, hinged to that diocese, and he's called a diocesan priest. A bond as sacred as a husband to his wife, a father to his children. The Italians call them Don, il parroco. The French, the curé. The Irish, the parish priest, the PP. Years ago, an old pastor back in St. Louis, now long gone to the Lord, told me how he had once met Pope St. John the 23rd with a group of other priests in Rome. He recalled the first priest greeted good Pope John. "I'm Vicar General of my diocese." And then he knelt to kiss the ring of the fisherman. The next priest introduced himself as a professor at the university, and he knelt to reverence the ring. The next beamed, "Holy Father, I do radio, TV, and newspaper communications," as he knelt for the bacciamano. When he got to me, this old priest recalled with a tear in his eye, I was kind of embarrassed to whisper, "Papa Giovanni, I'm just a plain old parish priest." And he started to genuflect, only to be shocked when Pope St. John the 23rd stopped him from kneeling to kiss the fisherman's ring, and instead himself knelt down to kiss the hands of a parish priest.